Guys, let's just get straight to it right now because we'll be talking boxing. And you know, I'm currently in the glamorous city of Paris. I know it be now. So, yesterday, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, they they went for each other, guys. Tyson Fury posted a picture proposing a fight between him and Francis Ngannou, saying that he said, "Yeah, quote, who would like to see me fight this beast? Boxing rules at UFC gloves." And Francis Ngannou did not hold back. He came back straight to responded to Tyson Fury, saying, "How about MMA rules with boxing gloves? Okay, I can do you that favor." And Tyson Fury, upon saying that, kind of got a little bit, you know, I don't know if I should say scared, because there is no way Fury fights Ngannou in MMA rules. Not happening. If he does that, he gets knocked out. So, no wonder Fury has never talked about going to MMA. And people say, well, how come these MMA boxers, they want to, switch to boxing, they always want to do this, do that. You have to look at the landscape. Boxing is where the money is. MMA now, of course, Francis Ngannou is currently under contract with UFC, the UFC, and this is his last fight under the contract. Okay, and Francis Ngannou has expressed his desire to box, because actually boxing was his main focus before MMA. Okay, this guy got into MMA because the landscape and the environment of boxing. Boxing is not easy to navigate. The politics, you've got to pay a lot of people. You've got to have good management. You've got to sign with a decent promoter. I wouldn't say a world-class promoter yet, because before you get to the matchroom platform, it takes some time. You've got to have maybe a long amateur pedigree, solid one as well, before they even consider signing you. So MMA for him was like, okay, MMA is run by different companies. Okay, Bellator, is it Bellator? They also have their own company. Bellator is also an MMA company. UFC is also an MMA company. And Dana White happens to be the president of the UFC. Yeah, I think he's a billionaire, and he runs the show in the UFC. He runs the show, like he decides what happens. He makes all the decisions. There is no politics, like it is in boxing, where you've got to. For example, now the Joshua Wilder fight did not happen at the point it was supposed to happen because of politics. Because Team Joshua wanted the best deal for them. Team Wilder wanted the best deal for Wilder. But we know that there are some things that happened during the negotiation, okay, that kind of put Team Joshua off, because Wilder wasn't willing and willing. I don't know. Wilder was willing to fight. Now, listen, I'm not going to say Wilder wasn't willing to fight. Wilder was willing to fight, but his team, like, they wanted to milk Deontay Wilder, because I've come to understand the reason why that fight now happened. I've come to analyze both, you know, both guys. Both guys as fighters will always want to fight each other. Fighters don't talk each other, but your team can make it hard, because if this is the biggest fight you've ever gonna be participating. Imagine your team wanting to get, because you have to pay your trainer, your management. They've got to get their own cut from it. I think it's 30% or so. So the more money you make, the more money they make as well. Okay, so that is why the fight did not happen from Water side. Team Water went really to bargain, and of course, Team Joshua, at the end, being the guy who lost money, did not want to give Water enough percentage. Okay, I think that was wrong. It was kind of a low bar. So both guys, both team, like, made huge mistakes. Now the fight is still probably going to happen, and if it happens, it's going to be big. But I don't think it will ever be as big as it was, except unless if both fighters become world champions again. Joshua could reclaim his belt in his next fight. Okay, Steve very much skeptical about it. I think Joshua can do the job. Joshua has a lot of tools to do the job. Okay, but Usyk is not a joke. So he's the superior boxer. I'm gonna be riding for Joshua all day. As a Nigerian, I would definitely ride for my brother. That's a fact. But riding for Joshua is not just enough. Joshua has to put in the work. And what I've been seeing so far, I'm encouraged by it. But I just hope, I hope Joshua doesn't lose God. Now, coming to the discussion, the potential fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, I think, in as much as the hype is there, the people, if the fight happens today, I will buy the fight. I will pay for the fight, no doubt about it. However, I don't think that is necessary now. Big ups to Meko Smart, K Smith, and Papa Jermaine. Big ups to you, brothers. So, I don't think we need the fight now. I think Tyson Fury should fulfill his mandatory obligation. Okay? Tyson Fury fight Dillian White. Dillian White is there. He's been waiting for over 2,000 days. The guy is willing to go. Why not fight him? What is all this? Frank Warren came out, recently to say, yeah, Tyson Fury is going to fight. Tyson Fury will be fighting again in March. But they didn't say, oh, we are like, they didn't say who the opponent will be, and saying that right now they're not in negotiation with Team White. Okay, in as much as we know Dillian White wants a whole lot of money, no doubt about it. You cannot tell me that. White, of course, wanted. But I think 80, 20%, 80-20 is not good. It's not reasonable for someone that have been paying sanctioning fees like ever since he got into the WBC ranking. Because if you are ranked by any governing body, you've got to pay sanctioning fees. That's a fact. If you are ranked by WBC, WBO, WBF, WBF, if there is, and no, there's no WBF, WBO, WBA, IBF, I don't know, IBO is not really seen as legitimate yet, but I think their ranking system is good, and they're socially, of course, they hardly call for mandatory because they are not yet they're not yet part of the big dogs. Okay, if you're ranked by WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, you've got to pay sanctioning fees. That's just a fact. So they can keep ranking you. That's why you see so many rankings. Look at the ranking, the heavyweight rankings. or the boxing rankings, you see that it doesn't really make sense. Hmm? Doesn't really make sense sometimes because you see guys that haven't done shit, guys that have been inactive for a long time, get ranked. Then you're not asking yourself, oh, how did they get ranked? Like, what have they done? You see? So this is one of those things that is actually killing boxing, and I feel like we need to look into it. Now, so Tyson Fury should fight Dillian White, defend your world title, defend it. Defend it against Dillian White. If you beat Dillian White, or when he beats Dillian White, he believes he beat Dillian White. Now go and fight whoever you want to fight. Fight the winner of Joshua Usyk, for example. I don't think the Francis Ngannou one is necessary right now. Okay, of course I will watch it, but it's not necessary. And looking at Francis Ngannou's statement saying, "Listen, after I get past my mandatory, after I defend my title, I'm gonna come for you," which he will. Francis Ngannou is a warrior; he will never back out of any fight. That's a fact. How will he fail against against Fury in a boxing match? I mean, he will get hard bossed. I don't think he will get knocked out though. He will get hard bossed. He cannot get outworked because he is also a wrestler. Tyson Fury cannot wrestle Ngannou. You know, the way Tyson Fury lean on people, throw them around the ring, do all this kind of stuff, the way he did to Water, he can't do that to Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is stronger. Okay, he will hold his ground. In fact, he might even pick Fury up and slam him. Like, yeah, this I'm saying. It can happen. It won't be a very good. It won't be a cute fight. However, I believe Fury would win. The best thing they can do is like as Francis suggested. Listen, he said, how about MMA rules with boxing gloves? MMA rules with boxing gloves, I think that is good. Let that happen. But Fury would never take it. Fury would never accept that because he knows he's gonna get knocked out. He will get stopped. He will get not even knocked out. He will get badly beat up. I'm telling you right now. He will get manhandled. Like it will be pitiful to watch. Boxing fans would just kind of they would literally lose it if that happens. So let's get to the next one. The unified heavyweight king, former unified heavyweight king of the universe, and Joshua, is hurt. Okay, by the loss to Oleksandr Usyk. One thing I must say is that I believe Joshua knows this. Joshua said, "Well, I didn't do anything. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I think that is where it's getting wrong right now. By the time I get back, oh man, I just got a call. Don't call me right now, dude. I'm doing something. Don't call me when I'm doing something. I'm off for now. So, guys, like I was saying, you guys should hold on. Oh, wow. None of the silly stuff. Okay, better now. So, Joshua is feeling very down. I watched the interview. I myself, I was a little bit sad. I was a little bit sad while watching the interview. Joshua poured out his heart. He talked about his preparation for the fight. He said he was 100%. It was this, and I believe him. I believe him. I believe, but the thing is that Joshua should make sure in that next fight, he should make sure he put the pressure on Oleksandr Usyk. Okay, listen. If Joshua said, okay, I was 100% physically and mentally, okay, because he felt like, oh, he because he's been stigmatized before. Mm? Oh, he doesn't know how to box. He's a bodybuilder. He's this. I think that is where Joshua got it wrong. When you start listening to people, when you start listening to what people are saying, especially Tyson Fury has always been the one saying that, oh, Joshua is a bodybuilder and this and that. And yet you start, Joshua, it shows Joshua is mentally weak. Where is the Joshua that didn't listen to anybody, that were knocking people out up and down? Joshua was criticized from the beginning, and he kept it. He kept going. He kept grinding. He kept knocking people out. He didn't care what, bro. If the Joshua that fought Usyk, fought Dillian White, bro. If the Joshua that fought Usyk, fought Dillian White in 2015. He would have been knocked out by Dillian White. That second round, you saw that second round when Dillian White clipped at Joshua with the left hook. I think it was a left hook. Clipped him with a left hook, and Joshua wobbled. But what happened? Joshua recovered quickly and came back. Okay, came back. He got it. He stayed. He saw that. Oh, I'm going down. No, I have to come back. He was still focused. And this time around, saying, you're listening to people, listening to what people are saying, there's critics. I think that is where he got it wrong. That is where he got it wrong. Not a good move from Dr. Joshua, I'll tell you right now. Not a good move, like I said. That's why I made a mistake. He shouldn't have listened to what people are saying. He shouldn't even listen to what people are saying. Like, let people say what they want to say. So, how mentally prepared is Joshua right now? If we should now, let's analyze the whole situation. In April, Joshua will be going against Oleksandr Usyk in the rematch. The person that got him dethroned for the second time, and who didn't just get him dethroned, he outboxed Joshua. Okay, now Usyk won 9 rounds. 9 rounds. Do you know how that 9 rounds? He won that round against Joshua, someone who has the longer reach, the bigger punch. Okay. Someone who is more powerful. So winning 9 rounds against someone like that, who is the bigger guy, the more natural heavyweight, he's going to that Usyk's confidence. He's going to be like this. Like his confidence is like this right now. It's off the roof. And why Joshua's confidence is like this? But I believe Joshua can still get us back. I believe in him. And I would just say, in his next fight, in that fight, don't even attempt to box. It is war. You guys hear me now? In his next fight, don't even attempt to box. It is war. War all through. You hear me so? Big ups to my brother Sunday, Edem. How you doing, brother? Brother, yeah, Boxing Hog says, love our brother Joshua and Nokoli training together. Their success makes me so proud to be a Nigerian. I hope Joshua doesn't feel sad because he a great man and a great fighter. Yeah, man. Yeah, it doesn't like. Listen, this time around is not a time to feel sad. It's a time to get back on the grind. Get back on the grind. Keep on pushing. Keep on like, keep on trying to redeem yourself. Not just saying it, I will redeem myself, I will do this, I will do that, but be mentally prepared. Joshua Usyk was a mental game. Usyk mentally is a fighter that has no concern. This guy is been everywhere. Okay, he's fought everywhere. Usyk has fought outside of his territory than he has in his territory. That is to show you Usyk knew exactly. He read Anthony Joshua like a book. Even before the fight, he's been studying Joshua's style. He's been studying Joshua's confidence. He even saw that knockout loss to Andrews Jr. And he saw something. Even Andrews Jr. said, didn't Andrews Jr. say? Yeah, he said Joshua lacks confidence. He's too hesitant. Like, why is he hesitant? Because Joshua lost. There's something Joshua lost. I will tell you where he lost it. Joshua lost something when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Joshua lost something when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Before Vladimir Klitschko, Joshua was a total beast. A beast with no remorse. Listen carefully. Before Joshua fought Vladimir Klitschko, he was a beast. But after that Klitschko fight, Joshua became hesitant. He became very careful. He allowed people to tell him what he's been doing is not right. He allowed a lot of people to get in his head, and that was what happened, guys. But I'll tell you something. But when I get back home, I'm going to analyze this properly with my brothers, Tajagbe, Adewale, and Co. You guys are going to see some. We're going to talk about this. This is just me coming to talk about it because I feel like I have to. I just need to. I need to pour my heart out. So that's what it is, guys. Anthony Joshua has all the tools to beat Usyk in the rematch. Not just beat him, he has the tools to knock him out. How can Joshua knock out the great Vladimir Klitschko? Knock out Dillian the Body Snatcher White. Knock out and dropped Andrews Jr. Stopped Carlos Takam. Beat up Joseph Parker. Charles Martin. The great Kubrat Pulev. Pulev, who apparently has the best jab in the whole wide world. Pulev has the best jab in every division. His jab he's the master of jab. Aside Vladimir Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko is retired, Pulev, he's the master of jab. And Joshua was able to stop him. Not just stop him, but stop him outclassed him, and did what no one had ever done to him before. What does that tell you? It tells you Joshua is more than worth what he thinks he is. It's more like Joshua look at himself as a small man. Joshua is like a small man. He has a, like Joshua after that fight against Klitschko, he developed a small man mentality in a big man's body. That was what happened. Write it down. After that Klitschko fight, Joshua developed I'm not gonna say inferiority complex, but something. He developed something that is unpleasant. I'll tell you right now. I'm his fan. I will always be Joshua's fan. The same way I'm fans of African Nigerian boxers. First, I'm fan of boxing, but in this game right here, when you look at the boxing landscape, there are a lot of Africans and Nigerians doing well. Boxing is controlled by Americans and Britain, but Americans control boxing mainly. Yeah, they control boxing, bro. They control the money. You know, of course, the UK also do their thing, but Americans control it. So to see a fellow African come from the rankings, go the way up and do what Joshua did. Joshua took over the UK boxing sphere. Okay, he took over the UK boxing sphere and brought the every division back. Now, look at the landscape right now. Ever since Joshua lost, how is the UK boxing faring? Tell me. Not good, not exciting. There are good fighters in the UK, but it's not exciting, bro. Joshua is the reason why the UK boxing, the world, the whole universe looked into the UK boxing market and said, wow, this is what's happening now. Joshua is the reason for that. Ever since Joshua lost his titles, who will be able to do that? No one. Fury is undefeated. Fury, he's the Gypsy King or Gypsy Queen. Fury, he's all this stuff that people say is, but he still cannot put the UK boxing in the map. He can't put the UK boxing on the map. What does that show you? That shows you that Joshua is the king of the every division commercially. And by the time he regains his title, he's going to become the king of boxing again. If I'm Joshua, if I regain my title against Usyk, I will not fight as Fury. There's a reason why I tell you this. Fury has not been able to take Joshua's place. He has not been able to take Joshua's place in the British boxing hemisphere. Okay? Fury has not been able to take Joshua's place in the British boxing hemisphere. And yet, he says the king. How can he be the king if he cannot take over the real king? Commercially, Joshua is bigger than any boxer right now, other than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a G in the game. Like, the money Floyd Mayweather has made, Joshua can only dream of that money. Because Floyd Mayweather really marketed himself well, though. But aside from Mayweather, who has more endorsement than Anthony Joshua? Not Canelo. I'm talking about world class endorsement, though, not just normal endorsement. World class endorsement. Who was it? That's why I tell you, Joshua should stop being like, should stop crying. Stop feeling sad. You lost the fight, you lost it. You said nothing was wrong, or you was mentally there, physically there. Now it's time for you to get back on track. Not just back on track, get back and do the needful to reclaim your title. And I believe he will reclaim his title. My brother said, Eden, big ups to Eden. He says, my bro, he needs to be aggressive that he has lost. I don't think it is in Joshua's character to be aggressive like that, though. I think Joshua is not. Listen, you know, Joshua is not a bad guy. Like naturally, he's not a bad guy. You know. Big ups to Linda Sapieja. She says, looking forward to this fight. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to the fight too. Who is this on the chat right here? Okay. So guys, that's all I want to talk about. It's nice to be joined by all of you that support Boxing Blog Center. I'm really pleased to have you guys here. I appreciate you all. And yeah, like there are more to talk about. Tomorrow, I'll link up with our brothers Adewale and Ajagbe, and we'll talk more about this. I wish they could join me now, but they can't because I don't really have my system here. I'm in the city of Paris, so you know what goes on in Paris already. And yes, guys, let me look at it's coming from Linda. Linda Piecha says, if AJ has his mind clear and focused, he will win, but it's a tough task. If we should look at Joshua's comment here, let's see what Joshua has in mind. Let's really see. Because I wanted to say, but it's another thing to see it. Let me see. Let's look at something here. Okay, Joshua is making a good point here. He says, I have been based in Sheffield and had a good chat with my coach, okay, which is Ron McCracken. I want to try some new things, a new environment to get inspired again and take the heavyweight division by storm. New environment, work with some new coaches and go to war is a word mindset. Why does Joshua need a new environment to get inspired? Is it that UK now is not inspiring to him anymore? I think Joshua needs to get away from everyone. Get away from everyone other than his team members. The team member that really that has essential part to play in his life. Get away from everyone and go to probably the Sahara Desert. Go to no Sahara Desert, Dubai Desert. You know the desert, the Arabian Desert. Go there, set up a camp there in the middle of the middle of the heat. Go there and get to work. Because if he stays in Dubai, like the city center, he's not gonna get inspired. Dubai is a very uh, gravy and grooving place, you know. And yes, it's nice that he says, okay, he wants to go to a new environment. And one thing is also, like, I have to say something though. Fighting twice a year, is that really good? Is that really a good thing? I don't think it is. Like fighting twice a year. That's also something. Why is Joshua fighting twice a year? Joshua used to fight 3 times a year. What happened to fighting 3 times a year? Like you have two good fights, or one good fight against a great opponent, then 3 okay fights. Why is Joshua fighting twice a year? Nothing wrong there. He shouldn't be all about the money. How much can I make? Or like how much? I think that is where Joshua is getting it wrong. Now I understand. Now I understand something. Joshua should not make it about the money. You know, he should be fighting 3 times a year. Fighting twice a year, I don't think it is helpful. So what do you guys think about that? Anyway, I want to say big ups to each and every one of you for supporting the channel, for coming through, because right now I know a lot of people are still very much, you know, busy. People are mainly free in the evening or so. For you guys to join me here, and it's just something I have to say thanks for. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. And yes, I will always give you guys nothing but extraordinary bangers all year through. And thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. And yes, if you have any question, feel free to ask. May I enjoy this music right here.
To the top throne, let me see what my God what I can do. God is the father to the fatherless, I'm mother to the motherless, I'm not to know what I can do. But promise not to fight again, not to do anything that will hurt again. Cause if you do, let me see you don't come again. And another time you go on again, that's what. Chevy make a tamoa. Say my picking go join God. You want to banga? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Now you the wrong, get the kitty, you the wrong, get together, but we drink with the tough cup. Hey,
Wait, I think we have a new member. Big ups to Android 14 TV man. Is that your name? Is that your name, bro? Android TV man. Is that your name? My brother says, Marlo Stanfield, ain't you afraid of copyright? Yeah, but I'm just playing the song in the background though. And if it comes to that, I can easily edit it, you know, just edit the part from it. You know, that's the thing. So, thanks, guys. Android TV man. Android TV man. That's not your name for sure. So, thanks for becoming a member of the channel. I really do appreciate you guys that support me genuinely, and big ups to each and every one of you. Tomorrow we'll be dropping a lot of bangers. A lot of bangers with my brothers, you know. By the time I can, you know, record with by the time I can record my mic and everything. And I usually don't go live like that, but people hardly see my face. The reason why I don't show my face is that, you know, I don't want it to be about me in a way. Even though it's about me speaking on this kind of stuff, but Yeah. Oh, man. You guys can control with me now. Oh, wow. Of a small team.
Chebe make a samoa. Say my kid go drink God. You want to bamba? You wanna cheat with the big boys? Now you the wrong, get the kitty, you the wrong, get a coffee drink, what a drop cup. Hey, Chebe, you see how the thing goes. I said, telling me who blames you. And who? Okay.